It's preposterous!
It's absurd.
Quite the most fantastic thing I've ever heard. But to risk a fortune on a foolish wager...
Never fret.
It can't be done.
By anyone! I'll take that bet!
Very well, gentlemen. The Dover train leaves at 8:45 this evening, and I shall be on it. I will be back in the drawing room of the Reform Club in precisely 80 days. In other words, 1,920 hours, or if you prefer, 115,200 minutes. Lesser men would call it reckless, foolish, rash, or simply feckless. Say it's just a joke or passing phase. It can be done, it will be done, and yes, my friends, I am the one to travel round the world in 80 days.
80 days, never.
An Englishman will say that's where we differ. The thought just makes my upper lip get stiffer. By boat, by train, by God, by chaise, I'll make it round the world in 80 days.
Around the world in 80 days. Let's hope that you can parlez-vous a little Francais. Around the world in 80 days. From Brindisi across the sea to Suez, then Bombay. The place is going native, the weather's blazing hot. And if you're not creative, you could wind up in a pot. The globe is full of dangers, you could die 1,000 ways. But since you must, I'm sure we trust you'll get around the world in 80 days. I went abroad once, didn't like it, full of foreigners. You'll cross a dark and savage land. It's full of snakes and bellyaches. I think you'll understand. From old Calcutta's shining sea, it's lucky if that leaky ship will ever leave the quay. The pirates run their shipping, it's never fun and larks. Adventure's not so ripping when you're torn apart by sharks. The globe is full of dangers, you could die 1,000 ways. But since you must, I'm sure we trust you'll get around the world in 80 days. Next stop, Hong Kong, the Pearl of the Orient. How can anyone say anything bad about the Chinese? Whatever unspeakable things they eat, they have the good manners to wash it down with tea. Better get a ticket from Hong Kong Bay. Navigate the hurricane, come what may. You can be the picture of health, old man, if you get to Kama, Yokohama in Japan. Nippon, land of tiny trees and even tinier people. Now on to San Francisco by steamship. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light a part of our empire that was but not quite America's only heartbeat away. You can tell by the tea that they chant in the bay. I thought that was in Boston. Damned Americans know nothing about geography. Who knows what ghastly perils wait to trouble you when passing through each horrifying state? And should you cross the great divide, to get to Blighty is a mighty feat to do beside. We're sorry if we're skittish, but there are certain times it simply isn't British to be seen in foreign climes. So save yourself the hardship, bring back the old Malays. Go to Brighton, go to Hove, go to Bournemouth, but by Jove, you will never get around the world in 80 days. Never 80 days.
Passepartout!
Oh, monsieur, you're back.
How very observant. Well done.
But you said you would return by midnight.
I trust it hasn't put you out. Get me my bag.
Is monsieur going somewhere?
Correction. We are going somewhere. Around the world, to be precise.
Sacre bleu!
Around the world in 80 days. You'll never get a better bet, it's Britain's latest craze. Around the world in 80 days. He'll inspire the empire in 100,000 ways.
Oh, I think I left the gas on.
Dear fellow, don't get tense. If you have left the gas on, it'll burn at your expense.
Mon Dieu!
Audits on this fellow, he deserves the greatest praise. He can do it, yes he can. He's a true blue Englishman. days.
Still I have found the prospect sound to go around the world in 80 days.